The Chinese bamboo tree shows no growth for 5 years after planting it. Even with daily watering and care, it only grows to a few feet high. Then in just 6 weeks, it grows 90 feet tall. The truth is, it was growing all along. Its roots were developing to support its towering height. Personal development works the same way. Growth may not always be visible, but with consistent effort, it leads to incredible results. Let's explore how we can nurture personal growth in our lives. We begin by understanding what personal growth is. Personal growth is the continuous journey of becoming better in every area of your life. Your skills, your mindset, your character, your relationships, and overall well-being. It's about taking deliberate steps to unlock your potential, align with your purpose, and live a life that is both meaningful and fulfilling. Why is personal growth important? For a number of reasons. First of all, growth is akin to nature. All living things grow. We are taught in elementary school science about the characteristics of living things. One of them is that they grow. It means that if you are not growing, then you are dying. Growth is always indicative of life. The question is, are you growing? If not, then perhaps you have stopped living. Some people died long ago, they have just not made it official yet. If that describes you, get back to the stream of life by committing to personal growth. Another reason personal growth is important is it builds resilience. Dr. Emmanuel Olumide says, when you jump up, you'll come down. But when you grow up, you will stay up. People who try to get to positions or to achieve things that they are not ready for are like someone jumping up. They will come down. But those who accept the process of growth are like a tree. A tall tree is able to weather storms because it has built resilience and strength over time as it grew up. Every inch it grows, it deepens its roots. It strengthens its trunk. It strengthens its branches to the point where storms cannot put it down. That's what happens when you choose the process of growth. You build resilience, you build strength, and you are able to withstand challenges that the average person fails to withstand. Growth then secures your place at the top, not by chance, but by design. Another reason you should commit to personal growth is that personal growth is what bridges the gaps between your goals and your reality. Probably you have set goals before for the new year. If you have not, I have a full video on that which you can find in the comments section. If you do a review of last year, you perhaps set goals that you were not able to achieve. Why were you not able to achieve them? There could be a number of reasons, but here is the key reason. There is a growth gap between where you are right now and your goals. Wherever you feel limited or stuck, that's a clear sign of a growth gap. For example, if you're struggling financially, the issue isn't money itself, but a gap in your financial mindset or skill. If your marriage feels like it's failing, chances are that you need to grow in your understanding of what makes a relationship thrive. It is personal growth that bridges that gap. Jim Rohn, blessed memory, used to say, to have more, you first have to become more. Many people try to have more or to achieve more without first becoming more. If you work on yourself first, you will eventually earn or achieve to the level of what you have become. Another reason you need to commit to personal growth is because personal growth unlocks opportunities. They say opportunities come to prepared people. Yes, they do. And it is personal growth that prepares you for opportunities. Opportunities will definitely come, but the difference is how prepared you are when they come. I know someone who has intentionally grown in their communication and has now become the favorite employee in the organization. If he cannot be present to a scheduled program, his boss has to reschedule the program so that he can be accommodated. Now, you may call it favor, but don't overlook this factor. This brother has intentionally repackaged himself and has thus unlocked the opportunities that have always been present in the organization where he works. Then also, commit to personal growth, because personal growth brings fulfillment. Through personal growth, you are able to discover your purpose, you're able to reach important goals, improve relationships, get better every day, strengthen your connection with God. All these are things that bring peace, happiness, and a sense of fulfillment. So in 2025, commit to personal development. I should also say that personal growth requires intentionality. Personal growth won't just happen. It doesn't happen by accident. It requires intentionality. It's not enough to desire change and just wait for it and come on its own. To grow in any area of your life, you must take deliberate steps. This means setting clear goals, making plans, and actively working towards them every day. Intentionality means you are going to be conscious and decisive to invest time and energy to become better. You are going to learn new skills, you're going to overcome challenges, and you're going to push past your comfort zones. You're going to create habits that support your growth. You're going to stay focused on your purpose and take responsibility for your own development. Growth isn't automatic. It's a choice you make every day. Without intentionality, growth remains a distant hope. But with it, transformation can become a reality. So, we have understood what personal growth is, and we've established why it's important and why we need to be intentional about it. Let's now look at how it should be done. We read Luke chapter 2, verse 52. It says, "And Jesus grew in wisdom and stature and in favor with God and man." Here we see that Jesus grew in at least 4 areas of his life. In wisdom, that is intellectual growth, since wisdom comes from knowledge and understanding. He grew in nature, that is physical growth and health. He grew in favor with God, that is spiritual growth. He grew in favor with man, that is social growth. Jesus was able to go ahead and have an impactful ministry beyond his times till today because he grew in a number of areas in his life. We can also deduce that Jesus grew in his professional life, because when he went back to his hometown, it is said of him in Luke chapter 4 verse 22 that all spoke well of him and were amazed at the gracious words that came from his lips. "Isn't this Joseph's son?" they asked. So the whole town knew him. He was also referred to as the carpenter's son and also as a carpenter. Mark chapter 6 verse 3 says, "Isn't this the carpenter's son?" The point here is that Jesus had holistic growth. Growth needs to be holistic. It's not just about one area, but all areas of your life. That's why I emphasize growing in the 7 F's of life. What are the 7 F's? Faith, that is spiritual growth. Fitness, that is growth in health. Family, that is growth in your relationships with your spouse, your children, or your parents. Field, that is growth in your career. Friends, that is social growth. Finances, that is your financial growth. Fun, those are the activities that refresh and energize you. I've talked about these F's in detail in my video about planning for 2025. Please find it either in the description or the comment section and learn how to set goals in each of these areas. I'll end with this illustration to drive home the need for personal growth or development. In a valley, a small seed lay in the soil, unsure how to grow. Nearby, a wise oak tree spoke. I grew strong by focusing on 7 things each day. My roots, that is my faith. My branches, that is my family. My leaves, that's my fitness. The soil, that's my finances. The creatures around me, that's my friends. The wind, that's the fun. And the sky, that's the field. The seed asked, "How do I grow like you?" "Start small, but start now," said the oak. "Grow daily in these areas and you rise." The seed followed this advice, growing a little each day. Over time, it became a strong tree, realizing that growth is a daily commitment, not a one-time event. By focusing on the 7 F's, it reached new heights. The seed grew into a mighty tree, realizing that the gap between where it started and where it wanted to be wasn't filled all at once. It was through daily growth, focusing on the 7 F's, that it rose to new heights. Growth isn't a one-time event. It's a daily commitment. Therefore, start small, but start now and watch your life flourish. If this video has been a blessing to you, please subscribe, comment, share, and like. See you in the next video.